What will be the impact at the genetic level if you remain under stress for a long period of time? No human beings are supposed to be under stress for a long period of time, but for survival issues.
Recently, there was a finance commission. What was its number? 14, 15, 16, 18? What was it?
What are the changes you would recommend to the Panchayati Raj Act in Rajasthan?
Anything about the percentage required for final decision? I mean, 50%, 75%, 90% among the COC, Committee of Creditors. Is there any change in that from the original IBC 2016?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Better.
Thank you, sir.
Twinkle, बताओ what you tell us about yourself to begin with.
Okay, sir. So my name is Twinkle Arora. I belong to Rajasthan, Bikaner district. I have pursued my schooling from Maharani Kishori Devi Girls School in Bikaner itself, and thereafter I have pursued my graduation from Shahid Bhagat Singh College, University of Delhi, and afterwards I have begun my preparation for the UPSC. My strengths are that I am a person who admires hard work and perseverance. With that, the creative expression is reflected in my hobbies also, as I am a pursuant of arts, the paintings, particularly the Madhubani and Mandala painting. However, my weakness are that I am a type A personality. So upon that, I am working upon through pursuing my hobbies and my interests. So
Good. General sir. General sir.
You are type A personality.
yes, sir.
How do you find yourself? That's or comfortable. A certain difficulty that you face on account of that.
Sir, sometimes during the exigencies, particularly when the time demands to work more, I find myself more engrossed in the work and neglecting my personal life. So sometimes it creates challenge, but sometimes it acts as a beneficial aspect also, because I'm able to meet the demand of the time. So it's just a middle situation. Sometimes it triggers to be a bad one.
If you consistently remain under stress for a protracted period of time, what will be the impact of that on your body?
Sir, the impact is seen in the body in the form of physiological functioning. For example, stomach upset, it is the basic thing that is being reflected. Headaches or lack of good sleep, that is also one of the major reflection that the body speaks. And however, by acting on such symptoms, the long-term impact can be overcome.
What will be the impact at the genetic level if you remain under stress for a long period of time? No human beings are supposed to be under stress for a long period of time, but for survival issues. And how will your genes be affected? Down-regulated, up-regulated, and what about um, your immunity? How does it affect that?
Sir, according to my limited knowledge and understanding, the impact upon the genes is based upon the epigenetic factors.
Yeah,
So-
that's exactly what I'm coming to.
So that leads to changes in the DNA for a short time, but if it persists for a long time, it can result into the more changes that can be harmful, and it can be passed on also. And secondly, sir, it has been found that the people who remain more under stress are more prone to the cancer like symptoms, because their immunity gets weak and they are not able to fight the basic infections and the environmental challenges.
So
that they
basically,
face.
all you have to do is to be mindful, to be conscious of the unconscious thoughts that make you stressful all the time.
Yes, sir.
That is important. Okay. Supreme Court had stayed the High Court's order regarding Mr. Sanger.
Sorry, sir. I don't.
Sanger. You remember the Sanger's case, MLA?
Oh, yes, sir.
Huh,
Unnao rape case.
Yes. Unnao case I'm talking of. Why did the Supreme Court stay?
Sir,
and what
According-
impact it has on society and the women in particular?
Sir, according to my understanding upon the issue, the stay is based upon the Supreme Court observation that the crime is of heinous nature, and the evidences has been manipulated, which has been reflected in the death on the custodial death of the victim's father. And apart from that, bail in certain heinous cases reflects the very nature of weakness in the society if it persists. And as a society, if such kind of bail would be there for such heinous crime, then it could set a bad precedent, for which, according to me, the Supreme Court wanted to counter it.
How do women look upon this kind of order?
Sorry, sir, pardon, please.
How do women view this, the Supreme Court's order?
Sorry, sir, I
Okay.
can't say.
There was a little debate also initially about public servants' status.
Yes, sir.
So, about section 5C of POSCO,
Yes, sir.
the interpretation was to be correctly seen. So what was it? Was he a public servant or not a public servant?
Sir, according to the Prevention of Corruption Act, the MLA was a public servant. However, if we see according to the IPC and other acts, then the person is not a public servant, because Supreme Court previously also justified that the person who is holding the government position or political positions are not a public servant. So
And, yeah.
there is still a void that is to be filled by the Supreme Court interpretation again.
Okay. Can it be termed as aggravated assault?
Sir, according to my understanding of the POXO Act, whatever I have learned, the aggravated crime can be considered if it is performed under certain circumstances or by certain people, like public servant that have been stated.
Who has domination and authority
Yes, sir.
and the power
Yes, sir.
over the victim?
Yes, sir.
Okay. A lot of cases are being heard about the vigilantism.
Yes, sir.
Vigilantism,
Yes, sir.
like Go Rakshaks and certain other people, groups of people getting together and doing moral policing and harming, hurting certain people. What is the view of the people on that?
Sir, actually, the cases of vigilantism are driven by the in-group homogeneity. So they have the same ideals, same values. So they do not find anything wrong in pursuing their actions. So that is the major cause which pursues such kind of heinous act, and also the relative deprivation which people have the feeling, and now it's been reflected more through religious aspects and the religious symbols, so that persuades such actions according to the
Is
understanding.
it in
that I have.
order, not in order, and can anything be done about it?
Sorry, sir.
Is it in order?
Sir, actually, it is having no order. It's
No. In order means, is it okay to do indulge into vigilantism and hurt people, harm people?
Sir, it is not a right aspect and ethical aspect to be followed, because it is not driven by any kind of objective phenomena, and just a state of aggression that is being outburst, where there is no logic behind any kind of action. So that is not a right aspect to be done.
Okay, one last question.
Yes.
Why did China host
Yes, sir.
a discussion between Thailand and Cambodia regarding ceasefire?
Sorry, sir, I don't.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Twinkle, your mother runs some family business.
Yes, sir.
Can you briefly describe it in 2 minutes?
Yes, sir. Sir, the business is related to the plaster of Paris, which is based upon the gypsum that is found in the local area, even Bikaner, as the major mine, Jamsar, is located in Bikaner only. And apart from that, it has been used in the decoration purpose. if we see the room itself, the boards which have been prepared, it is based upon the plaster of Paris boards, and traditionally it has been used for decorating the ceilings. However, the changes has been seen towards the
Is it
decorative
a
items.
family business or started by your mother?
Sir, it has been started
Good,
by
good,
mother.
good, good. I've seen that you are basically a student of financial management and accountancy.
Yes, sir.
So, can you tell me the meaning of current account deficit?
Yes, sir. Sir, the current account deficit is an economic term which is reflected when the imports are more than the exports of any nation. Uh, it's a broader aspect, but deep down it reflects the inflows and outflows of the foreign exchange of an economy. And in India, it is driven by because of our import dependency upon the crude oil and the raw material like APIs, coal from other nations.
And the difference between current account deficit and fiscal deficit?
Yes, sir. Sir, the current account deficit reflects the outflow and inflow of the foreign exchange. However, the fiscal deficit reflects the shortfall of revenue that government is required for fulfilling its expenditure requirement, and it has been reflected even in terms of the long-term borrowings that governments
If
borrow.
there is a fiscal deficit, how do you cover it?
Sir, there are two-dimensional approach for this by increasing the source of revenue, that is tax and non-tax revenue. To tax revenue, I will majorly focus
And
upon
other method?
Sir, other method is reducing the proliferages like the expenditures
What
which
is
are not.
normally done?
Sir,
This reducing and increasing is a long-term phenomenon.
yes, sir.
But what is done normally?
Sir, normally central government borrows.
Yes,
fund.
that is the right answer. You've heard about the Finance Commission?
Yes, sir.
Recently, there was a Finance Commission. What was its number? 14, 15, 16, 18? What was it?
Sir, exactly, I am not sure.
And what does it recommend?
Sir, it recommends the distribution of revenue between the central and the state government, as well as the other discretionary grants that the central government can help to the states.
The better term is devolution of tax proceeds.
Yes, sir.
Tax it only determines the devolution of the tax proceeds to the government of India.
Yes, sir.
And recently, in the papers, you must be hearing about bank mergers.
Yes, sir.
Is it good to merge?
Sir, bank merger is a good aspect, but it is good when it is seen upon the efficiency basis. Like if we are merging a two bank having located in the same region, then it will create a multiplicity of the branches in the same region and not like economize of scale at the larger basis. But if we are integrating the banks having from the different region, for say a bank from a Rajasthan, which is regionally more concentrated there, and a bank from any southern state, which we have much, so that will create an expansion also, and also the more good utilization of their resources and the better profit generation also.
What has been the experience in India so far? Some banks have merged.
Yes, sir.
Give some examples. Like State Bank, it has merged with which bank?
Sir, I don't know about
your own hometown branch bank.
Yes, State Bank of Bikaner and
Yes,
Jaipur has been
yes,
merged.
it merged with the State Bank.
Yes, sir. State Bank.
So that's a good merger.
Yes, sir. According to me, that was a good merger because it enhanced the SBI State Bank of India's power also, and it also strengthened the regional bank of Bikaner. And because that bank was, according to me, was not that financially good if it was working in isolation. However, when having the merger, they were able to expand and reach more people deeply to the remote areas.
What do we gain from the banker's point of view as a whole?
So from the banker's point of view, it is like reducing the duplication of work as well as utilizing their
Making
capital.
banks strong so that they can manage their NPAs better.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Well, could you name some women prime ministers from Indian subcontinent?
Yes, sir. Sir, Indira Gandhi is the only prime minister from India. However, from the Indian subcontinent, if I say, in Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina was there and Khalida Zia was there. Zia was there. And apart from that, I don't know.
Anyone?
Benazir.
Benazir.
Then Bhandar Naike was the first, remember, in Sri Lanka.
Yes, sir.
She was the first women prime minister in.
You can't miss out Benazir Bhutto.
Ah,
Yes, sir.
okay.
Anyone at the moment in Sri Lanka? Women Prime Minister?
Sorry, sir, I don't know.
From Delhi University, she studies. Okay. So, you tell me, what is the main challenges in front of Panchayati Raj in Rajasthan?
Sir, according to my observation, the major challenge is the financial crunch that the panchayat system faces. Apart from that, the phenomena of the Sarpanch Pati, which has been reflected deep down in the Rajasthan society, as it is more patriarchal in nature. So that is showcasing that the empowerment is in name, not in reality. So that two basically are the major challenges.
So, what can be done for this Panchpati phenomena that you're saying? Tell me three major ways to meet this challenge.
Sir, as per my perspective, the Panchpati phenomena can be tackled using these three approaches. Firstly, by education of women in context of empowerment, not just primary education but also the secondary and higher education, so that they are become well aware about their rights and can pursue their rights as well. So secondly, sir, reforms at the ground level in the Panchayati Raj system through endorsing the audit and that surprise audits or inspections of the women sarpanch working, as it has been reflected the women only signs the paper at their home, they even do not attend the panchayat submits also. Thirdly, sir, making a ground level in community participation, because without community participation, the women participation cannot be ensured for the long term. It could be reflected as only during the surprise check that the women are present there. So these three aspects I will say to be endorsed.
So, what are the changes you would recommend to the Panchayati Raj Act in Rajasthan? Is there any changes that would require to implement some of your suggestion, or everything is it can be implemented?
Sir, I don't know exactly, but based upon my basic understanding, I can say the changes with respect to the women participation through community leverage can be endorsed.
No, you said
through those.
education requirement.
Yes, sir, that is.
Does Rajasthan have any education qualification in Panchayati Raj?
Yes, sir, there is a requirement of, according to me, the metrics level of education is required to be
Are
a
you sure?
member
Check.
to elect.
It used to be there,
Yes, sir.
At one time it was.
but they have removed it a lot.
Okay,
So
sir.
anyway, think on that, okay?
Thank you, sir.
National Financial Reporting Authority.
Yes, sir.
What is this?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall at this moment.
Do you have any idea about auditing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Huh? So, you have National Financial Authority, and you have this Institute for Chartered Accountancy of India.
Yes, sir.
Are they on the same page as far as auditing standard is concerned?
Sir, ICI has the chartered accountancy deal, whereas the NEFRA deals with the inspection of the accounts. However, to be an auditor, one needs to be a chartered accountant so that they have the knowledge of the transactions and accountancy phenomena and the accounting standard.
Oh, you're not
Yes,
aware
sir.
of it. Anyway, now you tell me, post-COVID, how would you promote tourism in Rajasthan? Give me some out of the box.
Okay, sir. Sir, I will follow a multidimensional approach. First of all, for today's phenomena, marketing plays a major role.
These are all done. Something new. Just one point to give me. Something new, out of the box.
Sir, I will promote the cultural hearts that will have the local cuisines as well as the various art forms that prevails in the Rajasthan. However, is not in visibility for the people to learn and to reflect their
All right.
skills there.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Twinkle, tell me what is Indian Bankruptcy Code 2016? Has it helped at all, and why the amendments needed to be made?
Sir, the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code has been introduced to have one more aspect of ease of doing business, that is the ease of exist. However, according to the recent reflection upon its functioning, it has been found that the target of 365 days for the resolution has not been at par. It takes more than that, which is impacting the cost overall.
365 days. The original target was 365.
It was 270 plus 90 with maximum up to 365
For the
days.
bigger, of course, matters. For smaller
Yes,
ones, okay. 260 plus 90. Okay, then what was the amendment?
Sir, the amendment is required in the IBC. So
it
that
was required, or it has already been done, or it is proposed to be done?
Sir, time and again the amendments have been done so that the corporate.
No, I'm talking of amendments that you are referring
Yes,
has
sir.
been done or proposed to be done.
Sir, has been done, but it needs
Now
more.
it is how much is the time limit?
Sir, 180 days and 270 days depend upon the cases. If there is a fast resolution, it can be done into
You
one.
mean earlier it was 60, now it has been reduced?
No, sir.
Hmm.
Earlier it has been slight less, it has been increased, somewhat
No, I
increased, so
think
that we are rational.
you got confused somewhere. Anyway, but you are by and large right. You have to put your facts in the right chronological orders. What other amendment?
The corporate insolvency resolution process,
Yeah.
where the corporate can also initiate the insolvency procedure if they found that they would not able to sustain.
Okay.
So that
Two-
is one of the good
two.
aspect. Sir, secondly, the involvement of the operational creditor in terms of the real estates,
Hmm.
where or they are the operational creditor, but they
Correct.
hold a huge
Three.
amount.
Three.
Sir, thirdly, if I do remember, it is about the fast resolution process in times of need. That is also being promoted.
What is the limit there? Time limit?
Exactly,
Okay.
sir, I don't know, but
Okay.
it may be around
Next.
90 days.
Next.
That's all, sir.
Anything relating to RBI
Sorry, sir, I don't.
among the amendment? No. Anything about the percentage required for final decision? I mean, 50%, 75%, 90% among the COC, Committee of
Creditors.
Creditors. Is there any change in that from the original IBC 2016?
Exactly, sir, I don't know.
Achha, okay, fine. Can you name a few important cases that have been resolved under IBC?
Sir, the case of Vodafone has been resolved, but it has created a contention that the haircut was very high, and it is not a good aspect if insolvency resolution has been done.
Only Vodafone. What about Bhushan Steel?
Sorry, sir, I don't know about that.
You don't know any other case?
Sir, actually, the Vodafone case was in the limelight.
No, it's
so
okay. No, they have been in, all of them have been in limelight. They are involved in thousands of crore of creditors credit.
Yes, sir.
So all of them have been. And what about Reliance Communication?
Sorry, sir.
The other Ambani.
No, sir, I don't know.
Okay, chaliye. Tell me, what is the deficit in Indo-China trade?
Sir, exact numbers I don't know.
Approximate?
Sorry, sir, I can't.
You don't know. What are the things we import from China?
Sir, the active pharmaceutical ingredients,
API,
electronics,
electronics,
toys, and even other components also for our electronic industry.
such
as the mobile phone components have been imported from the China.
what about chips?
Chips,
Semiconductor chips?
sir, we have been importing from China as well as from the Taiwan and USA also.
Okay. No, I didn't ask about others. I only asked about China. When I say BRI, what comes to your mind?
Belt and Road Initiative of China. Yes.
Tell me about in detail.
Sir, it is the China's approach to expand its trade and the relationship with the other nations through the road network as well as through the ocean network by having connectivity through ports and by having connectivity.
Mention some important projects.
Sir, Hambantota port was one of the major and the
जिसमें श्रीलंका डूब गई, आगे बताओ.
Pakistan Gwadar port.
उसमें ये डूबने वाला है और
and the CPEC which passes through India's POK.
CPEC only I meant, yes.
So that is one of the major. Apart from that, even in the Bangladesh, they have in the Chittagong or Mongla port. Exactly, I don't able to remember.
Is there a port?
One port in Bangladesh. I don't know exactly.
Okay, forget about which you don't know. Any other anything in Africa? There are several.
Yes, in Africa there are several.
Which countries?
Djibouti, there is one.
Okay.
Apart from that, in Kenya there is one. In the Kenyas there is one also. Apart from that, they have been engaging with more than 80 of the countries.
Two things. Can you mention a dimension of this? Suppose I ask you, what is the total grants or loans China has given through BRI? Can you mention one?
Sir,
and how many countries are involved?
Sir, overall loan that China has granted, apart including the BRI, is amounting to 2 trillion.
Not ORI, only BRI.
Sir, only BRI I can't state because I remember
the other loans are, every country is advancing.
Yes, sir. Like in case of Pakistan, 60% of their debt is from the China only.
No, what about CPEC? What is the value of CPEC? Budget.
I don't know. But
so you won't know how much is the. They also say that in some cases the agreement that China has conducted with the country is not transparent.
Yes, sir.
It is loaning or it is giving grants to those countries, and it sometimes not reflected in their budget also.
Yes,
is it true?
Sir, it's been true that the China is following the debt policy, and they are developing the project which is not economic.
Can you mention one case?
Yes, sir. The Kenya itself is the reflection of that. Kenya's majority of the loan is through China only.
That is through China, but is it is there something hanky-panky?
Sorry, sir, I don't know hanky.
No, but you mentioned that it is part of the debt trap.
Yes, sir, it's a debt trap policy. Because the project establishment they are pursuing there is not fulfilling
viable.
Their economics.
It is not viable.
They are not viable for their domestic interest.
Okay. I think we conclude your interview. Now we'll give you our assessment. You will get this video. Go through that carefully. I don't know whether you have been going to other mock interviews or not, but this one we will suggest go through that carefully and identify the areas where you are not satisfied with your performance. Just note down in bullet points.
Okay, sir.
By and large, you have a pleasant personality, Twinkle, and but surprisingly, we find that in some things where you should be you should have a very solid knowledge base, you are deficient in that. We don't mind our observing like that, but it is so. For example, on IBC, I thought you will be thorough because it is one of the wonderful revolutionary legislation that has been brought in India. But it did have some constraints, no doubt. But some amendments have been done and some good things have been done, and several resolutions have taken place through NCLT. The matters have gone to Supreme Court, but even after Supreme Court, things have been decided. There we expected that you would know everything.
Yes, sir, I will go through.
I think to Sanjeev's questions also on Finance Commission.
Finance Commission have been
Finance Commission
asked
आपने
by
पूछा
him.
था ना, so you ought to know much more than that, isn't it?
Okay, sir.
But you are very accurate so far the deficits are concerned. And when you gave a very good definition of deficits, and of course he will clarify if there was something lacking. Then don't say according to me.
Yeah.
Because according to me, if we said something like according to Prime Minister Modi or according to Trump, so that is a different case altogether. You should say, I think so. And say it with confidence if you know. If you don't know, just keep away from it. Thirdly, you see, whatever you have read so far, when is the interview?
5th of February.
You have plenty of time, more than a month. Whatever you have read so far, make bullet points out of it. Behind each bullet point, make a note, background note. Plus, what you will read now, newspapers or your subjects, you need to read. Let me tell you, you need to work hard. Again, make bullet points. Like I asked you, what is the total involvement in BRI? There is a survey done by William and Mary University. You can see on this Wikipedia. They give the entire dimension for about 8 years, 2010 to 2018. They have worked out the involvement, China's involvement. So all that data you should have. Plus, what are the feedbacks that are coming? You could only think of Hamban Tota and Kenya. Hamban Tota is, of course, a very badnaam case, but even Pakistan is going to have trouble there. Anyway, Balochis are not happy with their development. You know about it. So, such notes are essential. And you go through those notes repeatedly. Don't think you will understand those things once. You have to go through repeatedly. And same things will apply to the newspapers and subjects I said. So you have to read the newspapers, and subjects like Vedic math. You are from commerce, so maths is your sister subject. Vedic maths, what is it? What is the advantage in Vedic maths? Then Indian economy, China's economy. The Deng Xiaoping. Deng Xiaoping is known to be an architect of modern China.
Yes, sir.
What is that architecture he created? Why is he known as architect? What is Xi Jinping what is his strategy? Where do we stand vis-a-vis China? Where does US stand? What is the overall impact of Trump's tariffs on India and other countries, including China? Then all the wars which are being fought, who is losing, who is winning, and what is the way out? Today, it seems Maduro has been captured by America. So is it the right thing to, attack a sovereign country, first blockade it, then attack it, and capture its president? They are doing exactly the way they behaved with Iraq.
Yes, sir.
So all these things, they have multi-dimensional aspects. These are the things that come to my mind. I would request my other colleagues to add to it if there are any.
Thank you, sir.
General Saab pehle.
Okay, Twinkle, I found that you were very confident throughout. You carried yourself well, and your communication skills are good. In fact, very articulate and deliberate.
Thank you, sir.
And you've been honest. If you do not know an answer, you said you do not know about it. And there were never a guessing on your part. Quite stable, consistent, and you maintained composure even when you did not know things. And nobody knows everything. That's okay. But in that case, you should not say, I'm sorry, I don't know. You simply say, sir, I do not know. I'll find out or I'll read about it. But no guilt. Then you maintain your cheerful countenance as well. Now, coming to your sari, though it's very pretty one, but if I may advise, you could wear light color.
Sir,
Something-
actually, I will not
Yeah,
wear
that's
this
what.
in
So,
it.
you can go in for some off-white color
That
for
is
the
what I
interview.
will.
That will be better. And you could wear bellies instead. Your
Okay,
chappals or
sir.
sandals. Your toes should be covered. And I wonder if you would like to wear the same coat. It is checkered kind of thing. You could wear plain, solid single color if
Yes,
you wish
sir.
to.
I will buy that. Actually,
Haan.
I was not able to find it this
Yeah.
moment.
So for the interview, that's better. That is very formal setting.
Okay,
But
sir.
I'll leave it to you. You may take your choice.
Nobody look at your coat there, but general suggests that it is desirable.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm going
You
to buy
have
the
already.
plain
So
form.
I'll leave it to your discretion. You can decide about it.
As General Saab said, you've been confident, you've been quite pleasant to answer the questions. You are well aware of your subject. Most of the points in finance and accountancy and commerce you could answer, except the IBC code, I think you fumbled. So just go through your subject before the interview. You have a month or so. And current affairs and Rajasthan also. Rajasthan will be covered. At least 10 to 20% of your interview will revolve around your home state. So that is one important thing. Current affairs is for everyone. So the important topics, and I'm sure you'll do well.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll just add that, some issues are only because you are a women candidate, you are attracted to Madhubani painting, women empowerment, sir said Rajasthan, Panchayati Raj, and commerce and accountancy. So, economic issue. So, these are obvious which will come. And apart from that, you have to take into account, the big developments. What is happening with US, our foreign policy, Bangladesh, Nepal, and what is the impact on India? And what can the government do? What is your opinion? And read the papers. If you do that, I'm sure you'll perform pretty good. Best of luck.
Anything you want to ask?
Sir, actually, in commerce and accountancy, it is a theoretical subject. So I want to understand like what all topics I should cover from economics aspect.
देखो Twinkle, ऐसा है कि nobody can say what question will arise. Basically the board there keeps on changing every week. These experts come only for 6 days. Then the new set of experts joins the chairman of the board. Okay, so nobody can say honestly, but it is your what questions. I can give you a hint from Chat GPT. You pose these questions to Chat GPT. I am going to face an interview. What are the likely questions from commerce and accountants? You will get some hint. I can't say that everything will be covered in that, but that will do. Actually, I see more important thing is like you spoke of Hambantota. You have to know what is the agreement in Hambantota. It is 99% lease, years lease.
Please.
It is, for all practical purposes, Chinese property. Similarly, it's happening in some countries in Africa. Djibouti, you know anyway.
Yes.
So, whatever you are mentioning, you ought to be very thorough behind it. I have told you about William and Mary
Yes, sir.
lab. They
When-
call it lab. They have worked out what is their total involvement, what is the, there are, I think, more than 75 countries with which they are involved. About 35, 36 are such where they have kept their agreement secret. And some of them are those to which the multinational like IMF and World Bank don't give any loans. They are rogue nations. But China is giving.
Yes, sir.
वो कोई प्रॉपर्टी हत्या लेंगे उनकी. There you ought to be thorough. Go ahead.
And what sir has said, those topics in finance, commerce, accountancy, which are in the news in the last 1 year or so. This IBC amendments were tabled in 25.
Yes, sir.
So that increases the possibility of being that coming in your interview. Finance Commission recently submitted the report
Going to be implemented now.
from the next financial year,
Yes.
1st April. So these topics which are in recent news, that should be, gone thoroughly. Otherwise, it's an ocean of.
It's the ocean. And you see, if you don't know, nothing wrong. You just say, I don't know. But don't have any guilt about it. Go ahead. You will do well. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
When you go to the main interview, their actual interview, you wish only the chair. Not all. There will be 5 persons.
Yes, sir.
Chair and a lady if there is any. And coming back also, you thank the chair and that's enough. That is the standard protocol.